Hi, Bernard. We'll get started here in just a few. Thanks for your patience. Hi, John. We'll get started in just a few. Thanks for your patience.
No problem.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining in this afternoon. This session is being recorded, as always, and I will make this recording available to you once I have a chance to get it captioned, and it will be available in the announcements. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Would somebody kindly let me know if you're seeing the course homepage now?
Yep.
Okay. And sorry, let me turn my volume up just a little bit. All right, so let's take a look at the weekly overviews. Excuse me. So this will actually be a fairly short meeting today because this applications overview is something that you work through independently. Basically, the goal is to have you, establish and explain some connections between the stuff you learn here and maybe your career choice or the program of study that you're in. And that's what problem set 13 deals with. So I'll just open it up real quick. Oh, no, that's astronomy. My bad. Problem set 13 deals with astronomy. And actually, that unit was last week, and you were tasked to cover that on your own, right? Because I mentioned that when we did meet before spring break, that you would be covering the astronomy and applications overviews on your own. That's not something that I actually cover. So problem set 13 deals with that, astronomy, and it's problem set 14 that actually deals with applications. Okay, and so your requirement there is to put together a short slide presentation, no more than about 5 slides, describing a concept that we covered in this course and how it connects to maybe your career choice or your program of study. We don't do any presentations in here, but you do have to turn that in to me. Okay, so the instructions are, there for you to make sure that you include all of the required information. And then I did put a reading out there for you that connects physical science to careers, and more importantly, to a 2-year degree. So what kinds of 2-year degrees can you get that relate to physical science careers? Okay. And so, you can review that material at, for information purposes, and then utilize that to help you complete problem set 14. So, I mean, really, that's about the size of what you have left on your plate, except for the project. And when we met last, I specifically recall because I was having some technical issues, because that was a day that the weather was extremely bad, and I was literally parked on side of the road or trying to get back to my son's apartment out of the weather, and I was having difficulty maintaining a connection and sharing my screen and all of those ugly kinds of things. But I did manage to cover the remaining information on the project then. And so in the announcements, you will find a video from that class on April 12th. That was the class where I covered the, if I'm looking at my calendar, yep, absolutely. I covered the information on the project then. But also, you do have at your disposal, if you scroll down almost to the bottom, there's another video that deals with the class project. So not only do you have what I covered on the 12th, but you have an additional video that talks about the project. And at the time, I did open the floor for questions, but maybe you didn't have any questions then, but you want to ask me something about the project now. I'm more than willing to have any kind of discussion that you might want to have regarding the project. The other thing, and we can do that in just a few moments, I'll open the floor. The other thing I want to remind you about is that your final exam is coming due on May the 7th. Okay. And so you have some assignments that are due on the 30th and the final exam. Now, for the sake of completeness, and I will be here next Tuesday to discuss the final exam, because it's not due until the 7th, and we do meet next week, right? So, but if you wanted to go ahead and take a look at this, feel free. The final exam does open on the 30th. It'll be available to you on Saturday the 30th. You may not be ready to take it then, because you might still be working on your project, but it'll open this coming Saturday on the 30th, and you'll have until the 7th to get that done and get it to me. But if you look at the calendar, we meet on Tuesday the 3rd of May. We can talk about the final exam and any questions that you might have, then. Now, if you decide to start it before next Tuesday, then you can always reach out to me if you have questions, but it won't be, it won't be due until the 7th, and we'll talk about it on the 3rd if you hadn't already attempted it, okay? Any questions about what we have left on our plate? We are truly winding down now. We're down to the wire. Any questions?
Not right now.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Dupree, do you have any questions for me?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Okay. Well, look, as always, there's always an open invitation for you to reach out to me with your questions. You can always join me during office hours. If that doesn't work, we can set up an individual appointment. And willing and available to do that. So don't hesitate. reach out to me. And definitely, you know, utilize the resources that I've made available to you, because you might find them very helpful, especially that additional video on a project, because in that video, I did have the capability of sharing my screen then, right? So where I couldn't share my screen when we met on the 12th, the other video that's in the announcements toward the bottom on the project, I'm actually sharing the screen and talking then. And there may even have been a few students who asked a question or two. So it won't hurt you to take a look at that, you know, as can't hear it too many times, right?
Correct.
All right, well, I don't have any new material to lecture on. And if you don't have any questions for me, you are free to go and get started on whatever we have left. I'm gonna hang around just for completeness in case somebody's running a little late, but we're actually done.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Y'all have a
Yeah.
great afternoon.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, going back on that project.
Sure.